Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today we are installing a new fridge slide for the Iceco fridge. I got a Summit fridge slide and we're doing something a little different. I want to not screw holes into this 2022 Jeep Gladiator truck bed, and instead we're using magnets. As you see here, these are rubberized magnets. They have a nut and a lock washer. And what we're trying to do here for this to work is attach these underneath to these points, which you'll see here in a little bit. This will give it enough gap to clear the tailgate area and fully slide out. Okay, so here I have the fridge slide slid out, and as you can see, there's two center cross beams here, and I'm going to attempt to use these holes. One's in the back and one's in the middle section here. By using that, it gives me enough gap from the floor to clear the tailgate. And give me a moment here and I'll attach it so you can see how these feet go. Now, something I ran across with this setup is these slide edges will rub on the tailgate with the magnets just installed. So what I'm figuring out now is this hardware that comes just with the magnets, which is a washer, a lock washer, and a nut. If I put this washer on, this nut on first, this gives me some adjustability, and I can actually tighten this underneath, kind of leave it like that. Gives me a little more lift, and that should clear this track. Now, using the hardware that came with the slide, I'm not using all this hardware, but I am, however, using the nuts. So this will sit on the top end, and I'll show you what I mean, but these nuts with a little bit of like a rubber seal on it. These are going to be going on top. I'll show you towards the back how they kind of fit and see if it clears that way. If not, what I might have to do is put a spacer here and then use this nut up here. I'll check back in with you. Okay, so this is the result. It did work the way I mentioned before, which I'll show you right now. Now I'm sliding this all the way down. This will give me the view I need. So what we did, we have the magnet, we have the washer, and then we have the nut that came with the magnet. And then I used the lock washer on top. And then I'm going to be using these locking nuts on the top. And that gives you enough clearance for it to fully slide out and clear this piece that was hitting before. So now it does slide. Now this is a 2 position. It's a little hard with just one hand. You see the locks there, so that's first position. Put that down and it locks all the way back. There you go. Now you can't tell me this isn't a good idea. Well, I guess not. And yes, the intention for this fridge slide is to be bolted onto whatever surface you're going to put it to, right? So don't take my word for it. This is magnet. It's 65 pounds a magnet on each side. So what is that? 130 to 160 pound feet. So it's actually holding really well. That's what I'm trying to say here. Now, my truck is on a very sloped driveway. So I'll pull it out here so you can see. It does rub a little bit, even with the lift that I gave it, just because of the sheer weight of the fridge and the solar generator itself, which it's okay for me. I can work with that. Now I'll pull it out so you guys can see the view. And so this is hands-free with weight. You see the magnets are holding it, wonderful. And like I said, I am at a incline, so it's sloped down and all the weight's going towards the rear there, but it's working and it's secured very well. So far I like it. I will update you guys as I drive around and see how it works, if it slides, if it doesn't. So this is the end result of the fridge slide install with magnets. And as you can see here, we have the IceCo APL 35 with a Jackery 2000 solar generator, with a Renogy solar panel up top. Sweet setup in my opinion. Tell me what you guys think. Pull it out here for you guys so you guys can see as well. It's pretty sweet if I do say so myself. I can still keep my tonneau cover closed and I can still slide it in and out. Access to my fridge, access to my generator, and I still have space on the side for all the utilities I want to put up here.